So over the past 2 years, and particularly over the past 48 hours, Manchester United has been linked with Ederson, and it is not just rumors. I think it is concrete linked. But I didn't want to make a video until a top tier athlete has confirmed that Manchester United have contacts with the agent of Ederson. And it was reported just some hours ago that Fabrizio Romano actually confirmed that Manchester United actually have contacts with the agent of Edison, and that is particularly because he has 1 year left on his contract and probably is going to be more cheaper option for Manchester United. And there has been a lot of splits from Sunday, from Saturday, from Monday about if Edison is going to be the right signing for Manchester United or if he's going to suit Manchester United, because of course we need a lot of more Premier League proving we need more Premier League proven targets that is going to help elevate our midfield. And so in this video, we're going to be talking about if Edison is going to be suiting Manchester United. But for me personally, I feel that he shouldn't be like our first two targets when it comes to signing midfielders. Because of course, Manchester United is going to be signing up to 3 or 4 midfielders this summer, in this summer transfer window. But personally for me, I think he should be like the third or the fourth choice midfield option when we want to sign a midfielder. So guys, let's run through his strengths and his weaknesses. So of course, I know that Edison is not a manicure signing, he's not a big money signing, because of course we cannot definitely get big money signing in all the signings we are going to be making in the midfield, particularly this summer. So of course, how is Edison going to really help Manchester United in terms of how he plays? So of course, you have to realize that Edison is a more agile player, he's more versatile, I think he's more mobile, and he's a player that likes to press man to man. No, compared to our current midfield option, we know that Casemiro is no more mobile, no more agile like he used to be at Real Madrid. Same with Ugarte, he has really phased out since he's been at Manchester United. So Edison is somebody that can do the job for Manchester United in playing in the number 6 position and the number 8 position. He's a very agile player, he's a very good player, and he's a player that plays. He likes to press man to man, and this is something that Manchester United has struggled a lot this season. Kobe Milner and Casemiro has really struggled to play in a man-to-man press, and this is something that he really excelled in, because of course he played under Gianni Gasparini at Atalanta, and Gianni Gasparini likes to play in a man-to-man press, and this can really help us to push high up the pitch, allow our defenders to also push high, and then it's going to also help us to win the ball back very easily and then try to create fast transition. So of course Edison is going to help us to do this, because him being in a man-to-man press under Gianni really made him to be an incredible outlet, and he can be able to press man-to-man for 90 minutes. He's a player that when his teammates are getting tired, getting fatigued, getting phased out, he's the player that definitely tends to come alive during that period of the game. He's a player that has this incredible energy to keep going and to keep going for longer periods of the game. And this is one attribute of Edison that I really like a lot. So in terms of him pressing man to man, he's definitely going to help Manchester United. He's going to help us win those ball back during transition, and he's a player that Manchester United, of course, when it comes to being the third or the fourth midfield option signing this summer, he's definitely going to be a bargain for us, particularly because of course, that's like I said, he has 1 year left on his contract and he's going to be cheap for Manchester United. But it's not just about getting players that are cheap and getting players that have 1 more year left in their contract, but you have to get players that definitely suits the strategy or the idea of what Michael Carrick or the new manager of Manchester United is going to envision him to be. Of course, you don't just get players because they are cheap or because you just want to fill up space, but you have to the players that we are definitely going to get has to align with the vision of what the coach has for Manchester United. So of course we all know that Edison is very good in terms of winning the ball back. He has a very excellent ground coverage. He's a player that can be able to win the ball back effectively, and this is what Manchester United have struggled with when signing midfielders. We definitely sign midfielders that are not good in marking the ball, in covering a lot of spaces, and one of the criteria of the midfielders that Manchester United should buy this summer is the ability for these midfielders to cover a lot of grounds. Because if you watch many matches Manchester United have lost this season, it is basically because we are being overrun, we are being tortured in the midfield. And of course, if you watch the Sunderland game, you're definitely going to also see the same. It was hard for Meno and Messi Mount to be able to cover a lot of grounds. And this is something that Edison brings to Manchester United. He has this ability to cover a lot of ground, to be aggressive, to win the ball back. And also, we have been able to talk about how Edison is mobile. He can win the ball back quickly. He can help us during transition. He can help us during the man-to-man press. But let's actually talk about his ability on the ball. And let's talk about his best position for Manchester United. In terms of his ability on the ball, I think he's pretty calm when it comes to playing from the back. He's a player that can join the two central backs, drop in between the two central backs. He's very good in terms of absorbing pressure, trying to play through the lines. He's a player that He's a very good progressive passer. Of course, he's more, if you look at his passing metrics, you're going to find out that he's more progressive than the likes of Manuel Ugarte. His passing is really good. And when it comes to, playing under pressure, being a press resistant player, of course, Edison can offer that to us. That tells you that, of course, he should be considered as an option for Manchester United. But in terms of his best position, Edison is a player that can be able to play in the number 6 position or in the number 8 position. But he has been misprofiled a few times in his career at Atalanta because, of course, when he plays as a number 6, of course, just like I said, he drops in between the two central backs and tries to play long passes, and of course he's not the best long passer like a Matheus Fernandes, but he has a very good long passing range. He can give diagonal passes, he can spread the ball wide, he can play long passes. He's pretty good, he's pretty decent when it comes to his long passing. And of course we have wingers coming in next season, exciting wingers. We also have a lot of exciting wingers already at Manchester United, so of course we can maximize his long passing ability. But Edison long term is not a number 6. I think long term he's a box to box midfielder. He's this midfielder that can be able to play in the man-to-man press, play like a press assistant player, try to win the ball. He's a combative player, he's an agile player. He can also join in attack in terms of scoring goals and assists. He has, provided a lot of goals and assists this season for Atalanta. So of course, I think his best position and where I see him playing for Manchester United on the long term should be in the number 8 position and not in the number 6 position. So of course, I know that there's going to be a lot of split in the comment section on if Manchester United should really go for Ederson. I want you guys to give me your thoughts on the comment section on if you feel Manchester United should go for Ederson. I want you guys to like, to share, to subscribe to Tactical Travel. See you guys in my next video.